Allow me to please stand on existing protocols which have been very well established by the MC. On behalf of the Governor, the management, and staff of the Central Bank of Nigeria, it is my pleasure to welcome you to Abuja for the 7th Emerging Markets Forum. To our speakers, Central Bank peers, policymakers, and partners from across the continent and around the world, thank you for making the journey. We are genuinely glad to host you. I would also like to extend our appreciation to the Emerging Markets Forum for their consistent drive to convene these critical conversations, and to the Center for the Study of the Economies of Africa for partnering with us to bring this event to Abuja. The forum comes at a demanding time for emerging economies. Global trade is shifting, technology is reshaping markets, geopolitical realignments are influencing investment decisions, and climate pressures are adding to the challenges faced by governments and businesses. Emerging economies must manage these pressures while maintaining stability and building the foundations for future growth. For Africa, both the stakes and the opportunities are considerable. We have the world's youngest population, expanding digital economies, and substantial human and natural resources. But these advantages will not translate into prosperity on their own. What matters now is execution of sound policy, disciplined institutions, and the willingness to confront difficult trade-offs. Nigeria's experience over the last 3 years illustrates what difficult but necessary structural reforms can achieve. The foreign exchange market has decisively shifted away from multiple administrative windows and an incoherent managed regime towards a transparent, market-reflective system anchored on price discovery. Verified legacy foreign exchange obligations, estimated at over $7 billion, have been fully verified and settled. Electronic price discovery has been modernized through the electronic foreign exchange matching system. Monetary policy and liquidity management have tightened, and the financial system is being strengthened through higher capital requirements and net open position prudential limits. These reforms have come with adjustment costs, but they have reduced long-standing distortions in our markets. And under the previous system, where FX subsidies estimated about 3% of GDP in 2022. Since the reforms began, we have seen a narrowing of the premium between the official and parallel exchange rates, and also a significant growth in our our gross external reserves, which have risen to $52.52 billion as of 17th July, providing approximately 11 months of imports for goods and services. Net usable reserves have also recovered from $859 million in Q2 of 2023 to over $43 billion at the end of last month. Inflation has considerably eased and real GDP growth has returned. Non-oil exports have increased by 38.7% year on year, and our average monthly portfolio investments have risen from $0.33 billion in January of 2023 to over $2 billion in January of 2025. Nigeria's experience shows that recovery is possible when difficult reforms are backed by consistent and disciplined policy. It also shows that no country can navigate today's global pressures alone, and that monetary and foreign exchange reforms, important as they are, cannot by themselves address Africa's long-term productivity constraints. That is why this forum is so important. Over the next 2 days, we will examine issues ranging from monetary policy and regional integration to artificial intelligence, urbanization, investment, and inclusive growth. While these subjects are distinct, they are connected by one central question: How can we build resilient and productive African economies that deliver meaningful improvement in the lives of our people? At the Central Bank of Nigeria, we recognize that sound policy benefits from dialogue, evidence, and engagement. Bringing together policymakers, researchers, businesses, and development partners allows different perspectives to be heard and to be tested, allows assumptions to be challenged, and practical lessons to be shared. I hope our discussions will therefore go beyond broad statements of intent. We should examine how reforms can be sequenced, how their costs can be managed, what institutional capacity is required, and how results will be measured. We must also recognize that every country represented here has its own unique economic and institutional circumstances. The objective, therefore, is not to reproduce solutions from elsewhere, but to learn honestly from one another's experience and determine what is relevant to our respective realities. I encourage everyone to participate actively, speak candidly, and keep the discussions focused on practical outcomes. The real value of this forum will be seen not only in the quality of our exchanges, but also in the ideas and areas of cooperation that continue after we leave Abuja. To our international guests, I hope your visit will be both productive and enjoyable, and that you will experience the warmth and hospitality for which Nigeria is known. I wish us all a productive and rewarding forum. Thank you.